Hi, everyone. This is Tony Robles. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Predator One Pool Tournament. We have quite the match here for you today. Everyone's excited about this match. You have two of the top players on planet Earth, one being Tyler STYER and the other Oscar Dominguez, both Mosconi Cup champions, been in the championships many times, and they've won between them an enormous amount of tournaments. So we're looking forward to a very exciting match. Gentlemen, do you have anything to say before we start?
No, good luck, Oscar.
Yeah, you too.
All right, good luck, gentlemen. And I have Mr. Luis here doing a commentary with me. Hi, Luis. How are you today?
Hi, I'm fine. Thank you. I'm very excited for this match.
All right, well, we look forward to a great match. Good luck, gentlemen. And how do we do the coin toss? Are you doing that, Luis?
We need to do it with Siri. We're going to do it. Head or tails? Who wants to choose?
Go ahead, Oscar.
No, you go ahead.
No,
Tails.
you. No, you.
Tails.
So, Miriam, okay.
It's tails.
Tails.
Very nice.
All right.
All right, so
Play good.
we start off the first set, Tyler. Good luck, gentlemen.
All right, sounds good. Good luck.
So for those of you joining us, I know we were supposed to start the match around 2:30, but we were having some technical difficulties with Tyler getting online. But he was a trooper. He managed to figure it out, and now we have a match. So we're very excited about this match. And as many of you know, Tyler has one of the greatest breaks in the world. He said he actually practiced a break before this match. Luis, are you with me?
Yes. Sorry.
Yes. How do I get it so that I can watch Tyler's table? I see 4 images coming here.
I think you have on the top right a speaker view or gallery view.
Yeah, I have a gallery view.
And you can see both tables, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you choose a speaker view, you will only see the table that has sound.
Which view?
The same button.
Okay, this seems like a pretty tricky shot over here. What do you think about this one, Luis?
We talked, and I've talked with Jeffrey Dalud. I don't know what you think, is that in this format, the key is to ensure your 10 points. I mean, try to consistently break like 1 or more balls, have your ball in hand and ensure the 10 points.
Yeah, I agree. I think you have to know when to go for the 10 and when to go for the 15. I think that definitely helps a lot. Yeah, I'm still having a trouble trying to just view one versus the. Okay, I got it now. All right. So now you're gonna switch to. Can you hear me?
I'm gonna come out from the stream and come back again because I'm having some technical difficulties. Okay.
Am I good to go?
Okay. Yeah, that was a great break. Oscar made the corner ball, 4 rails, and the other corner ball, 4 rails. He made 3 balls on the break. It's pretty strong. Obviously, he needed to take ball in the hand there because he wound up behind the ball by the top left-hand corner pocket.
on that.
Okay, we're having some technical difficulties here. I don't really see any problems here for Oscar. I think right here, he would have to go 2 rails out to the center of the table.
Yeah.
Perfect. Now here, I would think that Oscar needs to be very careful here. If he shoots that ball into the lower right-hand pocket and runs into that, runs into the 10 ball, he needs to make sure that it doesn't stop in the line of the 9 ball in the corner pocket and end up blocking that pocket for him.
So Tony, how did you feel in your first match when you played?
What was that, buddy?
How did you feel in your first match when you played? I think you played Thorsten, right? Thorsten.
Yes, I did. I had such a great time, Luis. It was unbelievable. I really enjoyed, and I'm starting to play more finally. You know, I've been taking care of my son during the pandemic, so I finally got a chance to spend a lot of time with him. But then I got to practice a bit, and I'm really excited about playing in more events. So yeah, I had a blast. I played great. I'm not going to complain about the way I played. And Thorsten played great.
Yes,
He actually defeated Ralph's cake today.
And I think he won today, right? He played against Ralph and he won, Thorsten.
Yes, he did. Earlier today. So there's 10 points for Oscar. And now we're going to take you back to Tyler. Tyler, it's your turn, buddy. Want to give special thanks to Predator, Luis. What they're doing for pool is absolutely tremendous, and to the one pool team, you guys have done an absolute wonderful job with this entire event, and I think it's only going to grow from here. So I'm looking forward to doing a lot more events with you guys. For these great events. Okay, so he came a little dry there.
Yes. You got to try break. No, I also.
So now we're going back to Oscar.
I believe that this format is going to only grow because I believe that not only gives us the possibility of having professional players playing again against each other all over the world, but I believe it's a format that allows players from different levels to practice with a different type of pressure than playing simply the ghost. I mean, I believe that helps a lot for people to get back in shape.
I agree 100%, and it's going to force professional players to up their break. They have to practice and work on their break even more. Look at that break.
Whoa.
Oscar just made 3 balls on the break and has a perfect shot on the 1. So he has a chance to rack up 15 points over here.
For sure. Yes, this format definitely needs you to at least make a ball on the break. So you have some players making soft break, looking for 2 balls on the center pockets. You have other players like Francisco Sanchez with a hard break and moving the cue ball around. So the break is key because if you have a dry break, you get 0 points, and your opponent can get 10 or 15 points, and that's like 20 or 25% of a full set. The set has only 60 points.
I agree. Luis, can you see Oscar's table? Because I cannot.
Yes, I can see it on and off. I mean, I had some technical difficulties. Oh, sorry, guys. Now I can see it. He's shooting the 2. Now he's getting in shape for the next ball. So he has an open table. He
Mhm.
he got perfect position.
I'm just asking because every time you speak, your name comes up on the screen and then I lose the table. I cannot see the table.
Okay, so probably you could go to gallery view and see that both tables at the same time. And I think you can see them growing.
¿Pon qué? Oh. No, todavía no.
So I think he's gonna make this 6, and he's trying to get position on the 8, get a little bit of angle so he can bounce from the cushion and get position to the 9. Like hang the 9 and the 10 on the bottom left corner pocket.
Nice
So perfect
position there.
there.
That way he has a little angle to come off the cushion and avoid freezing of the rail.
Yes, I think Oscar's playing much better in his first match. I mean, he played great, but I can see him playing much better, with much confidence. The break is much better. So 15 points, right? He didn't take ball in hand.
Yeah, he did not take ball in hand in that one.
15 points for Oscar. And now it's Tyler's turn. As you said, Tyler has one of the best 10-ball breaks in the world. For me, like top 3. So it's amazing to see him break.
Yeah, I mean it's quite a thing to watch. But quite honestly, Oscar has improved his break tremendously over the past couple of years. That one he hit dead square, so it doesn't surprise me that he made a ball on the break there. He hit that one great.
So he made a ball. He needs to take ball in hand, right? Because he didn't have good shape for the 1. So probably he's gonna go 3 rails for the 2. What do you think?
Hey, what's up, John?
What happened to front door?
So we have almost 300 viewers on Facebook. Thank you guys. I'm watching your comments.
All right, no problem, John.
Great shot. He got perfect position for the 3. Guys, I'm watching your comments. So now he has good shape. So guys, remember, this is a prayer event. This is one pool challenge. You can participate on the giveaway that we have each day. Predator is giving a lot of awesome products. So remember to participate. Roberto Franco is in the house. How are you, my friend? Desiree, thank you. Jack Ramsey, thank you. Hi, Danny Sanchez.
Oh, yeah?
Both players seems to be hitting the balls pretty crisp early in the match. Would you agree, Reese?
Yes,
My turn?
I think both players are playing great. Especially the break. They're breaking great. I mean, they're playing relaxed. I think it's going to be a very close match.
Yeah, I wound up in a decider in the second set against Thorsten, and that alone was exciting. So it would be nice to see a
Yeah,
decider
just
as well.
let me know. Message me later when I'm better. And then figure out what I need to do.
No, I'm just gonna roll these cubes and mark down.
Okay, so he gets 7 points there, correct?
Yes. He missed the 8 and he made 1 ball on the break. We have the Argentinian champion watching us on Facebook, Ariel Castro. How are you?
Oh, welcome, Mario. How's it going?
Good?
Yes, Oscar. You can go. So now let's see Oscar's super power break.
Yeah, he usually gets a cue ball past the side pocket, which eliminates any chance of scratching the side. You see that? So even if he mishits it a bit, a lot of times the cue ball will go past the side pocket. So like I said, it decreases the chance. He came dry there though, even though he hit them great. I mean, he hit those really good. And that's the nature of the game. Sometimes you hit the ball absolutely perfect and nothing happens. You stop the cue ball, and then sometimes you hit the ball really bad and 2 or 3 or 4 balls going on the break. It's a crazy game.
Yes, it is. And I mean, it's a precision sport. So like every inch makes a whole new difference.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's see what Tyler does here. This was really great. Oh, wow. He just got kicked in the side. That was a brutal scratch there. Okay, Oscar, it's your turn, buddy. So let's watch Oscar break again. And notice how when the top players are breaking, they approach a break the way you would a normal shot. They actually have a pre-shot routine for the break, which a lot of people don't realize how important that is. Oh, look, he got kicked in there. Got kicked in there. Wow.
That's tough luck. I mean, he got a kiss from a
Yeah.
couple of balls and he scratched.
Tyler, you're up again when you're ready.
Yes, I mean, it's very important to have a pre-shot routine, not only for regular shots, but for the break, even the jump shots. And I believe that that helps top player to be more consistent under the game.
I agree 100%. It's very important. A lot of people sometimes overlook that,
Oh my God, how many balls did he make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 balls, right? He made 3
Yeah, I
balls.
believe so, yeah. It looks like 3 balls went in. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah.
Guys, can I ask what the score is?
Let me check. Sorry.
The score right now is 25-10 in favor of Oscar.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
All right, thank you.
25-10, and you're starting the 5th inning. Thank you so much, James. So Tony, Jax Ramsey says, Tony, I moved to Seattle, but many fond memories seeing you around Amsterdam Billiards.
Oh, hi, Jack. How are you, buddy? It's great to see that you're watching the stream. Thank you for supporting the stream, and I hope that you're doing well and that your family and yourself are staying safe during this crazy time we're living in.
So
a lot of people are asking about you, Tony. Nicht Midham. I don't know if I said it wrong. Tony, are we going to get to see you doing a little more traveling and playing again?
That's actually the intention. Yes, that's something that I'm looking forward to do. I've been wanting to do for a long time. So yeah, that after everything is over, that's what I'm planning on doing.
So I think people are excited that you're playing again, right, Tony? I mean, that you played and you're playing well, you're commentating. I mean, people are very interested on what you're gonna do.
I'm excited I'm playing. You know, because, you know, I mean, listen, I've been taking care of my son 24 hours a day, 7 days a week during the entire pandemic, 3.5 months in a row, and you get the itch to play. You know, I have a table at home and I'm not even using it. And, you know, along comes this tournament and Karim says, hey, I want you to play. And I said, yeah, I'm in. So I start practicing and now all of a sudden I don't want to start playing again, you know?
That's the passion. I mean, you don't lose.
Nice shot on the 5 there. What would you do here? Would you go 2 rails, follow, maybe
rails,
possibly
yes.
3? I like coming off the 3rd rail, just a slight bit.
Yes, I will
Just
go through to ensure I'll get the angle on the number.
Okay, so you have more angle than what I thought. You actually hit that great. Little straight, but I think he's fine.
He needs to roll it. He's gonna get a shot on the 10, but I think he's gonna be close to the cushion. So probably he needs a little bit of angle.
You know, sometimes people draw this like to try to stop the cue ball in front of the side pocket so they can have a little more space to hit the cue ball where they want to. I guess he had an angle. He hit that great.
Yes, I think he had a little bit of angle. He cheated the pocket a little bit, but I believe if you have the great fundamentals that Tyler had, you don't need to draw it to get a little bit of space in the side pocket. You can shoot close to the cushion.
Yeah. And that makes it 25 to 20.
Yes, 10 points for Tyler. He ran out. He took ball in hand.
Okay, Oscar's taking his time. Very smart.
Tony, people are saying in Facebook, we're very glad to hear you're coming back! Exclamation point.
Well, I thank everyone for their kind words and support. I love people in general, and I've had the pleasure through this game to meet so many wonderful and fantastic people, and I've become friends with so many of them. And I always appreciate the kind words and support, and I will always do my best to make everyone proud, each and every one of you. Okay, so yeah, he made a ball in the break.
So is that the 1? He has a shot on the 1, right?
I believe that's the 1 on top. I'm watching the double view here.
So we have more than 320 people watching us on Facebook. Thank you, guys. Remember to comment, like, and share. We would like to get above 400. I mean, we have Tony here in the comment box, so it's a special match.
Well, he's going for the 15 points here, Luis. I think, you know, the balls, this reminds me kind of like a straight pool rack where you move the ball very little and the balls are bunched up together. You don't have to go up and down the table, you know? Yeah, I'm big on straight pool's my best game. I love straight pool.
Really? I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I
quit
playing straight pool for 10 years to play full time in the Pro Tour many years ago. And my high run back then was 268 balls. But that's when I was playing straight pool 8 to 10 hours a day.
It's perfect because straight pool, I love straight pool because you learn a lot about patterns, about clusters. I mean, how the cue ball moves. And
you become a more creative player because you feel like you're solving a puzzle every time that you break open a rack or part of it, you know?
Yes. So when
it looks like, I can't
Boston,
tell, but it looks like he might have no choice but to run into the ball.
Yes, I think so too. So when you play Torsten, I mean, he also loves straight pool, right?
Yes, yes. Thorsten and I love playing. We used to practice all the time at Amsterdam Billiards in New York City when I was playing more. I actually lost to Thorsten in the final of the World Straight Pool 2 years ago.
Whoa. So you're good friends.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm good friends with Thorsten and with Ralph Souquet. Ralph Souquet is like my brother.
Rolf is such a great guy. I mean, I've been doing interviews for the Latin American Billiard Federations, and I've interviewed probably 50% of the top players in the world, both pool and carom. And each one of them, when I ask who is like a reference for the game in terms of play, I mean, values, I mean, who? And everyone says Ralph Souquet. I mean, like he's a teacher, a coach, a great an athlete. I mean, everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree 100%. He's thinking hard, long and hard about this. He's shooting the 5-10 combination because if he does, he gets the 15 points, correct?
Tough combo.
That's a tough shot. Very tough shot. So he gets 4 points then.
Yes, 4 points.
All right, Ty, you're up. So it's 29-20.
Yes, correct. How do you feel, Tony, when you see an American player like Tyler playing such a great European style of pool? I mean, because I believe when I see Tyler, the first time I saw him play the Mosconi Cup, I thought, oh, he plays like he has such a European style. I mean, the execution, how he goes down to the shot, his stroke, everything's like perfect.
I can tell you this, Luis, as a player that has played twice in the Mosconi Cup, I can tell you that I'm very proud of what the American team has done in the past couple of years. I'm very proud of each and every one of those kids. They've done.
Okay.
They've done a tremendous job. And it's like
Sorry, I was getting a phone
it's
call.
night and day. The amount, it's amazing the amount of dedication and work that they put into, because I've been saying for years the American players have gone kind of lazy, but the past couple of years have shown how dedicated they are to their craft, and that's the reason why I think they're succeeding the way they are.
For sure. So we have some people asking in YouTube the score. So Oscar has 29 points. Tyler has 20 points. This is the first set. Each of them has played 5 innings. Remember, the player that gets to 60 points wins the set. You need to win 2 sets to win the match. If each of them wins a set, we go to a third set. If both players get to 60 points in the same amount of innings, we go to a decider. Each player plays a rack. The one that gets the more points wins the set.
Now, my video cut off there. I didn't know if you had ball in hand on that. So how many did he get there?
So let me see.
I think he made 3, right?
3, yes. 3 points for Tyler. Yes. Thank you, Tyler.
So it's still close match. It's still close match. 29-20. I mean to 23.
So Chuck Gray says on Facebook, Tony, straight pool is my favorite game by far. I find that improves all of my games when I play a lot of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially 8-ball. When you're playing 8-ball, the pattern play that comes up in straight pool is very similar to the patterns that you encounter in 8-ball. All right, so he's definitely going to need to take ball in hand here.
For sure.
So he's thinking about the jump. I don't think so.
No,
Like I said,
no.
it's like we discussed this earlier. You want to make sure that you get the guaranteed 10 points. That's a move right there, without a doubt.
Oh, for sure. When I when I comment a game with Jeffrey De Luna, Jeffrey told me like when I practiced for this tournament, I took ball in hand in my home in my practice table like 90% of the time. I mean, I shot the table as it was only if the table was very easy, very open with no risks. If not, I always took ball in hand, like to create the habit and ensure the 10 points. And I'm playing to
Yep.
make 10 points each time.
Very smart, very smart. Get the guarantee. And because if you take a chance with a semi-tough shot, believe it or not, it's always going to be in the back of your head that if you missed it, you should have taken ball in hand. You don't need to think that. You're supposed to be 100% focused on the shot in front of you.
I agree.
Very nice angle. Doesn't have to do anything too difficult here. Now, see, I ask the players this question all the time. Would you go one rail here for the 9 ball, or would you go 2 rails? See, I like going 2 rails because by going 2 rails, you're guaranteeing yourself that the cue ball bounces off that second rail to end up with an angle on the 9.
I would go also
Because
2
if you
rails.
hit it, yeah, because a lot of times he hit it great, he hit it perfectly, but if you end up overhitting it and you're trying to get to where he got, a lot of times you end up straight on the shot because of that.
Yeah.
So I like to play percentages when I play.
Yes, I would play also the 2 rails. And sure, I have a bigger landing area, not depend on the speed to get perfect.
Okay, another 10 for Oscar. Another 10 for Oscar, and the score is now 39-23, correct?
Yes. So we have a lot of fans on Facebook talking about straight pull and able. I mean, everyone is saying what you said, Tony. I mean, there are games that are going to improve your game because you can learn about patterns like clusters, how that you get more creative.
Yeah, it teaches you how to look for every single possibility. When I first started learning how to play straight pull as a kid, I would literally, my dad used to think that I was going crazy because I would shoot a break shot, sit down in a chair for about 10-15 minutes, and in my mind I was trying to figure out every possible way to run out the rack. I wouldn't stop thinking until I figured out every way. So that helped me tremendously. But then if I went ahead and ran into a little bit of a cluster, then, I would sit down and rethink everything again. And eventually I started becoming used to it, and then, seeing the patterns quicker, and I was able to, make my mind up a lot faster.
So probably when you're starting to play 8-ball and straight pull at the level that you played when you started, probably you get frustrated, right? Because you see the layout and there's so many possibilities. You need to take your time, you make mistakes. But when you get the practice, I mean, you can play like subconsciously, like you know the patterns, you know the scenarios. I mean, it's more fun. But at
Yeah,
first,
and the thing is that I give private lessons. I've been teaching for about 30 years. And I can tell you there's so many students that I have that actually know the patterns every bit as well as I do. But the problem is execution. If they don't have those weapons in their arsenal, it's very tough for them to become a consistent ball runner. So, what I try to tell them is every shot you master in the game of pool is a brand new weapon that you just added to your arsenal to use against your enemy. And every time that you recognize that a shot is giving you problems, you have to continue working on it until it becomes second nature, until it becomes automatic. That was a nice shot.
Great
I like the
shot.
fact that he put the 7, he didn't hit the 7 too hard so that it ends up, further in the bottom of the rail. It's still near pocket. I thought that was a very smart shot.
Yes.
And that's a straight
It's
pull shot,
great.
if you can believe that. Yeah, because
So
you have to know how to control. You have to control the balls too.
So we need to ask
See, now here I
Tyler
like
after
going
that.
4 rails here.
So let me see the shot. 1, 2. Okay, I agree.
Yeah. because you just end up on that side of the 7 and you have options here, you know, if you end up too far to the bottom rail, you can always go 3 rails and right in front of the 9, or you can just go 1 rail. I think he's good enough here to go 1 rail. I don't think he needs to go 3 rails here.
Yes, 1 rail is enough. I mean, he has perfect position.
And depending where the cue ball stops determines whether or not he draws back 2 rails. See over here, you got to draw back 2 rails. Or some people like to just draw this 1 rail. I like coming up, like I said earlier, I like coming up the 2nd rail if I have too much of an angle, that is, because, you know, it ensures that the cue ball doesn't freeze on the rail.
Okay.
Great shot. Now,
Yes,
Luis,
great
he did
position
take
for-
ball in hand the beginning of the track, right?
Yes.
All right, that's another 10 you can add to tie your score. So now we're looking at a 39-33 match. All right, so back up to Oscar. And Oscar's breaking him great this set too, and so is Tyler. But Oscar seems to end up with a
Yes,
shot.
Oscar break great on his first match, but I think he's improved a lot. So probably he put the hours on getting his break back for the second match.
Luis, how about you, Luis? What is your favorite game?
I love 8-ball. I'm starting to play straight pool. Then I would say 9-ball and 10-ball probably is my least favorite game. I don't know why, but I love the pattern. I mean,
Yeah, they're all great games, and I think every game complements the other.
yes, when I was a kid, I started playing 8-ball. I think I discovered 9-ball like 2 or 3 years afterwards. So it was like love at first sight. Afterward, I was learning new games, but I love 8-ball.
Okay, the video froze there a bit, but I believe Oscar did not take ball in the hands. So
Yeah.
I think that we're looking at a possible 15 points here.
I think he's gonna need to play the 7-8 combo, right? Because it has a cluster on the left.
Yeah, I think hopefully it's set up nice and straight for him, where he doesn't have to do anything, you know, special to it, right? It looks pretty good there. He just
He's gonna look for the tension line,
Straight
draw
as
it,
he
and
would
get
like.
it in for the four.
Oh, wow. I think he got enough angle there. That was a hell of a shot right there.
Yes, yes, it was. I also think he has enough angle to get in shape for the 5.
Mm-hmm. See, now this is another straight pool shot here, right? If I mean, I don't know which ball goes. It's hard for me to tell which ball is which because I'm used to the Predator set and the Aramis. So
Okay.
I have, is that the 5-1 next to the 8-ball?
Yes, I think he's looking to make the combo, make the 8. He knows the 5 is gonna go against the 9, and probably he needs to move the 9 enough to get in shape for the next shot.
Well, that's another straight pool shot. If you shoot the 5 off the 8 and the 5 goes off the cushion and hits the 9 dead straight, the 5 will stop where the 9 is and the 9 will go towards the bottom rail. See, so what I like to do when I shoot a shot like that is hit it with enough speed so that if the 9 does go downtown, it'll either come short of the pocket or frozen on the bottom rail, just in case, you know, you don't want to block any other pockets for any other balls if you should happen to get out of the line.
Okay. So Tony, great news. We have 350 people watching. So it's great.
That
The
is
fans are
fantastic.
excited. Yes, yes, it is.
Well, we already knew this was a hell of a match, right?
For sure. I mean, we have a lot of top players also watching the match. Dennis Grabe. I mean, we're close to 400 people watching, and I mean, people are
That's
excited.
awesome. Well, hi, Dennis. How are you, buddy? I think here, like I said, if he's able to hit it foot enough to get that 5 to come off the rail first and then run into the 9 solidly, he could even just stop the cue ball there, roll it softly, and leave it by the rail. Oh, is he thinking
agree.
of? Oh, I guess
So
he has a thin hit. I think he's trying to see if he can't even come close to the 9. I think he's thinking of banking the 5-3 rails off the 8 and hopefully go through that trap, right? That was it right there. You just overhit it a bit, right? Oh, he's good. He's good. That was a
He's
hell of a
good.
shot.
Yes.
That was a
yes,
hell
it
of a
was.
shot.
And it's amazing because he was thinking of exactly what you were saying. I mean, you were like anticipating the shot.
Well, you know, I saw him pointing his cue towards the bottom rail, and I said, oh, maybe he has to hit a thinner and is trying to see if he can avoid that traffic there. Because once you run into the ball, it's hard to predict where the ball's going to end up. Now, as I said, Luis, I believe he did not take ball in hand for the 1 ball this rack. So I believe he's going for 15 here.
Yes.
One rail, maybe go. Oh, wow. I'm pretty sure he didn't mean to do that, but he got a fortunate roll there. I think he wound up with actually a perfect angle to get on the 9 ball.
Yes, and that's the thing, guys. Remember, we're playing 10 balls, where we were playing 10 ball with 9 ball rules. So if you make the 10 either on the break or in a combo, you don't need to call the shots. So it's 10 ball with 9 ball rules.
And both these players, their fundamentals are just so rock solid, man. You don't see any movement on their bodies whatsoever when they're stroking the ball.
They don't stand on the shot. I mean, they stay still.
That's it. So now 15 points for Oscar.
That's
And now
15.
it's Tyler's turn again.
Yeah. Did they say that?
So Thorsten is in the house. He's watching us on Facebook, Tony.
Toasty, what's up? You know, my son asked me, who's that when he saw Toasty on the stream, and I said, oh, that's Uncle Toasty.
Really?
Yeah, when I said Uncle Toasty, he looked at me and said, Toasty? He's only 3 years old, so.
It's funny. Like, you don't know him, but he's your uncle. So Tyler got a dry break. It's Oscar's turn.
Right,
to
so
have
now
the
it's
ball.
Oscar's turn.
And Tony, how do you find teaching kids? I mean, how do you do to teach kids pool and keep them like motivated and concentrated?
You know, I do it just a little bit at a time. I just start them with the fundamentals and try not to teach them too much at once, because when you're teaching kids, they have a very short attention span. It's hard to get them to
Yes.
concentrate for long periods of time. So I just try to get them excited, and, you know, I'll set up an easy shot here and there to get them excited about, make them feel good about themselves. That's the most important thing. So that way they can start learning how to believe in their ability. And I think once you start doing stuff like that, they become more encouraged, and then they pay attention a little later on. You just try to teach them more advanced stuff.
Yes, for sure. Thorsten says, hello, Tony Robles. Come over. I'm cooking. Thank you, Thorsten. Thank you so much for your compliments. Commentators always, guys. Thank you so much. So he made 2 balls. I think he needs to take ball in hand. He doesn't have a shot on the 1.
Hello, Luis.
Yes. Did you hear what Thorsten said? So he got a good shot on the shot. I think the 4 goes on the side.
Hello, Luis.
Yes. So that's guys, that's an example of a perfect tension line.
If it's like 4 balls, right?
So Oscar needs 6 points to win the first set. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 balls. So he made 60 points. Oscar takes the first set. And then now we're gonna play the.
Now
You're
it's
there, Tony.
Oscar's turn to break, right?
Now Oscar break. He makes 6 points. He got to 60.
Mm-hmm. And now it's his turn to break the second set, correct?
Yes, for sure. Because it's an alternate break format. If one player breaks the first set, the other player breaks the next set.
And then in the tiebreaker, whoever broke first breaks in the tiebreaker, correct?
Yes. Did you hear what Thorsten said? Hello, Tony Robles. Come over. I'm cooking.
Yeah, I did not hear that because I lost you guys there. But yeah, listen, I'm never gonna say no to that because he cooks nothing but good stuff, healthy stuff.
No, I mean, he's like a chef. I follow him on Instagram, and he's always putting like pictures and videos of yummy stuff. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, he's so healthy. It's inspiring but sickening. Only because I know I don't do it all the time.
People are asking for recipes on Facebook, Tony. Like, Thorsten, tell me an Indian food plate. And people are asking about food. I mean,
Yeah, you're definitely not going to see him bake a cherry or an apple pie. That's for sure.
no, for sure. Thorsten is too healthy, guys. So you're not gonna get like a fat recipe or too juicy recipe from him. So
yeah, you're gonna have to go to your family's house for Christmas for that one, right?
for sure.
All for Thanksgiving.
So guys, don't get too excited. So it's gonna be fit food. So.
Wow, that was a hell of a break there. Oh, wow, he got kicked in. All right, now it's Tyler's turn.
Yes, Tyler's turn. So
wow,
0 points for Oscar.
In the center of the table there, and somehow got kicked in the corner. That's the brutal part of the game. This is a cold-blooded part of the game.
No, I think I was talking this with Jason Shaw, and we were talking that if you have a hard break, it's tough because you can control the cue ball, but you're going to have a lot of balls going up and down, and you can get a kiss and scratch. So that's why some players rather have a soft break.
Yeah, and get the cue ball to go down a bit instead. I'm not sure if Tyler can see the the one ball from there. But even if he did, it's hard. I'm not sure if this is even a good shot.
I mean, he could take ball in hand. I think the best strategy in this format is to ensure the 10 points, and especially if you have an opponent that started a set and got 0 points. So making those 10 points are key.
I have a question for you, Luis, right?
Yes.
I know that Oscar Dominguez is up 1-0, correct?
Yes.
What is the 1 and the 1 next to the in red mean?
That's a number of innings to make sure each
Gotcha.
player has the same number of racks. So
Gotcha.
1-1. Okay.
That's good to know.
No, and that's a great question, Tony, because you have people, for example, if in the first set, Oscar got to 60 points and he had 6 innings, 6 racks played, and Tyler had 5, people will go like, oh, he won. No, Tyler has another rack. They need to play the same amount of racks, and whomever gets to 60 wins. If both get to 60, you have the decider. So it's a great question.
Talk about great. Great. That was a great shot on the 1 ball. To get on the 2 ball. Without taking ball in hand on the 1. So I think he's on his way here to possibly getting 15 points, because I'm pretty sure he's anxious to start on the right track for this set. So I'm on the live stream, right, with you guys. And while I'm on the live stream, I get a Facebook message on Messenger from Thorsten saying I have 12 photos.
Ah, come on. You know what you have there, Tony. It's food. I mean, he wants to make you be hungry. I mean, it's always food. I mean, Thorsten, send me some food pictures, please. I mean, I think you have me on Facebook, Luis Gabriel Arias. You can look me up. I mean, I also want those pictures.
Yeah, I'll send them to you if you want me to.
Come on. No. It's so funny. People are asking for recipes from Thorsten on the Facebook chat box of the One Sports TV Predator Challenge.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, Tyler's starting to get a bit of a rhythm here, I think, in the second set. I think he's definitely determined to even up the score. And once he pockets these 3 balls, again, he did not take ball in hand after the break, so he will end up with 15 points to start the second set. This is after Oscar Dominguez came up dry on his first break attempt. Okay, I'm gonna get the extension for this one. All right. Okay, so Tyler takes the lead in the second set, 15-0 over Oscar Dominguez, and now it's Oscar's turn to break. I want to take this opportunity once again to thank Karim, Philippe, and the entire Predator Group staff for being the main sponsor this event, and giving everyone the opportunity and the tremendous work that's been done by One Pool. Well, with the streaming and everything, and David Akad has been involved, and I think Francisco Sanchez Ruiz was involved, Alberto, Miriam, Margaret. It's been a tremendous effort. Luis has done tremendous commentary. I've enjoyed your commentary since I first heard your voice. I thought it was very impressive.
Thank you so much. I believe we have a great team. I mean, it's a big team working for the pool fans because we've had a lot of months without any tournament. It's not easy to get 32 of the best players in the world, and also in different parts of the world, like fix the schedules, the internet, the technical difficulties, the rules, and it's a new format. I mean, it's been very tough, but I think everyone has taken it in a very positive way. I mean, the fans and the players, you guys have been like patient, and you understand that we're getting started and we're only going to get better. And we also have the fortune of having Predator and other brands, big sponsors that, I mean, give the event a bigger importance. I mean,
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. They've always supported not just the industry, but especially the players, the pros. Because the pros need. I've been playing pool for 40 years, and the pros really need that support. In 40 years, I've seen promoters come and go, tournaments come and go, but you're always hoping for that big break that the pool players deserve.
so Tony, we have an issue. The technical team is telling needed to break on the second one, so we need to take the first Tyler 0 out so that it's a fair game.
What was that, Luis?
That the team is telling us that Tyler broke the first set, right? So the second one, Oscar needed to break first, and I think Tyler broke the second one of Tyler to make it fair, because it needs to be an alternate break between
Oscar broke the first time. The first game is set. He got kicked in.
Yeah,
I
he got
broke
kicked in the corner.
The first set, right? You started the first set.
Yeah, I
Oh,
saw
the first set. I don't know. Oscar won the first
No,
set.
it was
That's over.
tails. You called it. You won the toss, Tyler, didn't you?
Yeah, I won the toss.
Yes.
Oscar won the first set.
Yeah.
Yes, but
So
the first set, Tyler broke first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's correct.
So the second one, Oscar needed to start the second set.
I did start, but I got kicked in.
He got kicked in the
Yeah.
corner.
Okay, so we're okay.
Yeah, Oscar broke the first. Oscar broke first in the second set, and stopped the cube on the center and got kicked in the top right corner.
Okay, so we're good, guys. Sorry.
So we're good.
If I miss the shot, I'm gonna blame you guys.
Okay.
I didn't stop you, bro.
We're okay. I made it.
Good shot.
Great shot, Oscar.
Good shot, bro.
I'm
Good
joking.
shot.
I don't know.
You're the best. Oh my God. Have I told you guys that Oscar Dominguez is the nicest guy and the best player in the world?
Well, I'll tell you what, Oscar took me one time to a restaurant in Las Vegas, a Mexican restaurant with my wife, Gail. Some of the best Mexican food I ever did in my life. We went with him and his wife, and it was unbelievable. All right, so over
I
here.
have the honor, Tony. Okay.
Go for it.
That last year I had the honor of meeting Oscar's father. I mean, I was in the 2019 international and telling the play-by-play in advance, and I was like, oh my God, this guy knows a lot of the game. I mean, he's right all the time, and people were like, you don't know who he is? And I was like, no. He's Oscar Dominguez's father, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, Ernesto is a good buddy of mine. We used to play together on the Pro Tour back in the days, and I miss seeing Ernesto, and he's one of my favorite players too. He's always been such a great player, and he still plays great. He still plays great.
No, for sure. I mean, he was so nice. I was there like alone, And he was like, hi, how are you? Fine, thank you. And you, okay. So let's talk about the game. What do you think? I was, okay, this is a very nice guy. I didn't know who he was.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that story.
No, it was very fun.
So since you try to shark Oscar this game, and you try to shark me for the commentary, I can't tell.
For sure. For
I
sure.
can't remember if he took ball in hand at the beginning of this rack or not.
And
I took it.
let me check. Yes.
So he did take ball in hand.
Yeah, 10 points.
Okay, so it's 15 to 10
Yes,
then.
10 points for
15 to 10
Oscar.
in
Two
favor
ball in
of
hand.
Tyler.
Yeah, I took ball in hand.
All right, awesome. I don't, Luis, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure you feel the same, but I'm really enjoying this match. This is a great matchup, and they're playing exactly as expected, and wow, look at that. For a second there, I thought he was going to come up dry, but the four-railer went straight in the corner.
Great break.
Yeah, take the guaranteed 10. Very smart.
So I think it's an open table. Probably the toughest shot is the 7, but the 7 is frozen to the cushion, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, as long as he gets the correct angle. Which ball did he make on the break? I can't tell. Yeah, I think he's in pretty good shape here, Luis.
What? Sorry?
I think he's in pretty good shape here.
Yes, for sure. I mean, he should be comfortable. He's playing in his house with his pool table. I mean, we don't know if he has shoes or black socks, so he should be very comfortable with the game.
You know, that's one of the questions that my students ask me a lot. He says, why is it that they hit the ball so hard and it moves so little? And, you know, when they ask me that question, I try to explain to them the importance of the transfer of energy. You know, when you're hitting a ball very thin, you're hitting so little of the ball that the cue ball retains most of its speed. Whereas when you hit a ball on the thicker side and you hit it much fuller, the cue ball is sucking up most of the energy, so therefore slows it down. It's just the law of physics.
For sure.
That's a great shot right there. Nice speed there, just to end up with enough angle to come off the rail. And again, remember I told you earlier, I like going 2 rails on this one where the cue ball barely comes off the second rail, but some people prefer 1 rail, but I like to go to 2 rails to guarantee that the cue ball doesn't end up frozen. Yeah. See, that's how you make sure the cue ball doesn't end up frozen, by coming off that second rail. It's a great shot. And he got perfect on that 7. Now 1 rail, 8 on the side. Okay, so I can't tell, but I think he's gonna have to go on the top rail and come back down to shoot the 9 in the corner. Okay, so he definitely had a fuller hit. Great.
And Tony, with what cues are you playing currently? I mean, what are you playing with?
I'm breaking with the BK Rush, and I'm playing with one of the older icon cues from Predator.
Now, are you playing with wood or with a Revo shaft?
Well, you know, one thing that I've always been fortunate about Predator is that they've always they've always given me the opportunity to test new stuff that they're about to release. Great shot. That's another 10 points for Tyler.
He's on here.
So now it's 25-10, and now it's Oscar's turn. Okay, so you know, they let me test out this new shaft about 2.5 years ago, and I absolutely fell in love with this shaft, and I won't play with anything but that. And believe me, I got a Revo shaft, and I love the Revo. But there's this new shaft that they were supposed to release a while back, but obviously due to the pandemic, I think that delayed it as well. It's called the C8, Cat 8. The C8 stands for Chinese 8 ball. And it's almost like the what was the name of the fat shaft that they used to have? There was another name for
The
another
V
shaft
shaft.
that was in,
Not the V shaft. Another one.
yeah, the Vantage shaft. Yeah, the Vantage. It's similar to the Vantage shaft. This thing hits like a dream. That's all I've been playing with the last 2 to 2.5 years.
And is it 12.9 also?
It's thicker. It's actually either 13 or a little thicker than 13. So I have to have a buddy of mine, Richard Sue, who's one of the best cue makers on the planet, in my opinion. He took it down for me.
So Oscar took ball in hand, guys. Guys, thank you so much for being very attentive of the scoreboard. Yes, we had a mistake. It's already fixed. Thank you, Chip, Irina, Antonio, Rakesh. Thank you so much, guys. You're the best fans in the world. Now everything's okay. We had some technical difficulty, but thank you for your patience. We love you. We have almost 330 people watching. Thank you so much.
Yeah, the support is very important, and we appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in and supporting this great event that's only going to grow, only going to get better. And as we near the end of the tournament, I think we're going to end up with even more viewers as we, you know, near the end of the tournament.
Yes, for sure. And I think that we could blame Torsten because of his food pictures. I mean, we obviously got distracted, so it's not our
Well,
fault.
if he were to release some of his recipes, like if he promises to release a recipe for the first match tomorrow morning, we might get more people to tune in.
For sure.
He said,
So
this
guys,
recipe
we're
will
gonna
help.
send you the recipe to help what?
He says, this recipe will help you run 100 in straight pool. This recipe will help you run 8 racks in 8 ball.
So guys, we have some special recipes from Torsten to give, so you can make 100 or 200, 300 run on straight pool. We're gonna share it because you were so attentive to the scoreboard, guys. So you're gonna get that treat. So thank you.
So yeah, this is Oscar is very smart for taking his time in this shot, because, you know, he probably didn't get exactly the angle he wanted. So that's very smart to make sure you take your time. Don't shoot until you're ready. That's what the elite player. This is what the elite players do, that I believe separates the men from the boys. They're very good at taking their time.
And I think we saw that on the, I don't know if you saw the Francisco Sanchez Ruiz match. They both play really fast, but on the tough shots and on the key plays for winning the sets, they got their gear like very slow. I mean, they took their time to watch on their angles, get down on the shot. I mean, as you said, the elite players do that.
Yeah, and over here, this is a shot a lot of people have trouble with. I think personally, this is one of his best shots. He hits these shots so well, and but again, he's taking his time, making sure that he clears his mind to focus only on the task at hand, which is extremely important at this level.
So you think people miss it because they overcut it?
Yeah, sometimes, they miss it when they overcut it, or undercut it, But again, I think,
So 5 points,
the
right?
key is to clear your mind before. Yeah, that was 5.
All right. Thank you, Oscar. So 5 points for Oscar. It's Tyler's
Oh,
turn.
nice.
So you think people don't focus on the shot?
Yeah, sometimes, they doubt it a bit, and that little doubt, makes you do funny things with your mechanics and your stroke, because you're unsure of yourself. When, if you were to shoot it subconsciously without really thinking about it, it lets your arm and your body do what it's supposed to. You ask any athlete in any sport, what do you do when you're playing the top of your game? They tell you, I'm not really thinking about what I'm supposed to do because I know what I'm supposed to, and I'm allowing myself the opportunity. Which, by the way, Tyler came dry on that break, so it gives
Right, great
Oscar
for
an
Tyler.
opportunity.
Well, 0 points for Tyler. Now it's Oscar's turn. So Tony, people are asking for an 8-ball recipe. So Torsten, I mean, people are asking for a recipe that's gonna help them run 8-ball racks.
Use fruit that is the same color as all the balls in the rack. If only it were that easy, right? Oh.
Yeah. It would be great. I mean, if I eat this, I'm gonna play great 9-ball. If I eat this, I'm gonna play great straight pool. It would be great. We would make a lot of money with that.
Awesome. It's looking pretty good right here. Look where the cue ball stopped. Look where the 1-ball stopped.
So he has a shot on the 1, and probably he's gonna go 1 rail and get that line on the 2, right?
Mm-hmm. That's what you want to do. Again, this is one of those shots where you want to hit it with just enough speed to come off that second rail, so that way you don't give yourself a chance to freeze on the rail. Now he's thinking. It looks like he's thinking of maybe going 1 rail and going to the center. Again, this is more like a preference. I think that's a better route. I love that shot. Now the question here is, does he have too much angle to go 2 rails and shoot the next ball in the same pocket, or does he have an angle he has to go 1 rail straight up, which is what he's looking at right now? So he's going to have to go in between those 2 balls in order to come up for the 3.
Yes.
Now,
So
one thing that I teach my students when they're shooting this shot is always hit it with enough speed so that you will get past the ball that's next to the cue ball right now, because you don't want to accidentally end up having to shoot over that ball. You see that? He actually ran into it. You see that? But
yeah.
he hit that with what I call just in case speed, so that just in case he happens to run into it, he's taken away the chance of freezing on top of it.
So I see, Tony, you're very aware, not only with your students, but with your game, to get comfortable on the shots. I mean, you avoid getting close to the cushion. You avoid having to hit over a ball. I mean, you're always aware to not get a difficult shot in terms of context. I mean, in terms of having to be uncomfortable, right?
That's correct. And that's what I learned playing a lot of straight pool all my life. I can't tell you how many times I was on an 80 or 90 ball run and I would end up hitting a ball and the cue ball creases on top of the ball, and I either don't have a shot or he didn't come up the way he wanted to on that one. Well, he has a choice here, Luis. He either banks it or slices it in. What would you do?
I think I would slice it in. I would get, I mean, I get the thin ball and I would give it a lot of speed to overcut it. I mean, the Philippine players, they use speed to overcut shots like that. So I think I would do that. Would you bank it?
No, I would cut it as well. I like to cut over the bank because you hit it with a little bit of inside and straighten out the line of the cue ball. I think it's just going to go back and forth in a straight line.
Yes.
It's just that it might be a little thinner. It might be a little thinner than what it looks like here. Maybe, you know, it's easier for him to bank it, you know?
So let's see what he does.
And this is an important shot because he's playing for 15 here. But, you know, if it doesn't end up working out, he could potentially end up with 5 instead. So this is a big one. That's why he's taking his time.
Someone's calling me then. I made such a great shot and you guys missed it.
No, we saw it. We saw it.
No, we saw the shot.
Some random guy called me. I'm sorry, guys.
Don't worry. So guys, we lost the feed on Oscar's game because he got a incoming call. But now we saw the shot. We're gonna continue. So sorry, guys.
Everything's good though now, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I saw it, Oscar. It was a good hit. Yeah, everything was
No,
fine.
I'm saying like
Yes, we saw it.
Good shooting.
Yeah, I unfortunately did not see the shot. Did he bank it or cut it in?
He banked it.
Okay. Great shot.
Yes, it was.
Wow, that's nice control right there.
So Ana Marta Silva says, "Hi Tony, this is a great format due to the circumstances. Are you going to be playing too?" He played already. He played Thurston on Saturday, I think.
Yes, I play Thorsten. First off, hi Ana Marta. She's a dear friend of mine. I love Ana Marta very much. Her and I go a long way back. I've known her for many years. She's a total sweetheart and a big fan of the game, and she plays pretty good herself. So thank you. It's great to hear from you always, and I hope that you and your family are doing well. Yes, I did play against Thorsten earlier, and we had a close battle there. You know, it was a lot of fun, and so I'm looking forward to the next one. Thorsten shot well, and he deserved to advance. All right, so it's Tyler's turn. Oscar did get the 15 points there, gentlemen, I believe. That was a hell of a break there.
Vincent Roquefort says he caromed the 8. Yes, and Nick,
Oh, wow.
Thank you guys.
Wow, he hit those. Tyler just smashed the balls right now and came up dry. Didn't make it. 2 balls like bobbled in the pocket.
That's tough.
Yeah, it's tough when you end up losing an opportunity like that where the balls just won't go in. Yeah, anyone that says any comments, please, I appreciate you letting me know because I can't see the comments where I'm at.
Don't worry. I can filter them for you. I get the best ones.
Yeah, is there anyone there watching the stream named Joseph DeVito?
Let me check. So Oscar made.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can see the
2
one
balls,
there.
right? He made 2 balls, right?
Let me see. Yeah, he did. Yeah. No, he made 1 ball. He made
One
let me see.
ball.
Wait, 1, 2. Yeah, he made 1 ball. He had 2
I think
balls
he
tied
was
up
up.
over there.
Okay. Yes.
I think he might go for. I wonder. I don't know if I would still take ball in hand. I know he's considering the jump shot, but maybe he's trying to because you have those 2 balls tied up by the long rail on the left side of the table. That's going to be tricky. It's a tricky rack.
Tony, what's the score?
Right now, the score is 25-30 in favor of Oscar.
Thank you.
Yep.
You're welcome. What would you do there, Tony? I mean, what's
I
the
mean,
play?
I would consider taking ball in hand, shooting the 1 and the 2, and then playing position for, you see what his cue is?
Yes.
He has 2 options here. He either shoots the 2, goes 2 rails, and breaks up the 5, and whichever other ball is tied up to it, I think that might be the 7, and then end up with the 3 in the side, or you leave the cue ball, pass a 9, and then go 3 rails and try to break it up that way. But I think breaking up with the 2 is easier. The only problem with that shot there, though, is that the 5 and the other ball that are tied up together, it's at an angle where if you hit the 5 full, the 5 will stop in front of the cue ball. See, if they were tilted a little more and he runs to the 5, then the 5 would get away from where the 3 is. So he could potentially end up in front of the 5, even if he runs into it, is what I'm saying, depending how thick or thin he hits it.
So he took ball in hand.
Yeah,
And
I
now
think
he's
he might be trying to break it up with a 10 if he has enough angle. I'm not sure.
But that's risky because you could get like another ball in the cluster, right? I mean, you would need the 10 to hit that 5, like
Well, you
with
have to hit
speed,
it hard.
right?
Yeah, you have to hit it very hard. Okay, so I'm not sure what he's doing here now, unless he's gonna come 1 rail, 2 rails, and then use a 4 to break out the 5. Because I definitely wouldn't want to go up and down and break him up now. Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering if he's even considering the 9 carom here, to be honest with you, because only other thing that I see here is banking the 5-3 rails into the corner. I don't see anything else. You can't play safe, that's for sure.
For sure. One of the things that I was talking with Jeffrey the Lura the other day commenting a match is that some professional players are going to have a tough time. Like when they play a regular tournament, they're going to be like, they're going to forget how to play safe. I mean, they're going to be attacking all the time because of this format. So.
But it's hard to play safe with a format, to use a format. Yep, there's the 9 ball he went for. Yep, he was going for the 9 ball. Okay, so he got 5 points there.
5 points for Oscar. Now Styler's break.
And the score is now 35-25.
Yes, I think this type of format, if you could play safety, it would be boring. I mean, it wouldn't be the same.
It wouldn't be the same because if you played safety, you know, you don't have an opponent there to shoot back. You know, they try to get out of the safe. So it's very tough to come up with something. Unless you actually have two players there physically. That was a very nice break there. Awesome break. Nice control of the cue ball.
He has a combo, right? He has a possible combo with a 10.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know how he feels about the combo, but if he feels good, go for it. If not, just try to go for the run out. I don't even know. I think if he doesn't take the combo, he wants to shoot the 1 from there. I think he might be able to draw it 4 rails and get right by there, unless he wants to go 1 rail with inside spin. I don't know. It's hard to tell from here. Yeah, you know, if he gets on that 2, I don't think he's going to have a problem coming back to the center of the table for the 3. It's just getting on the 2. So he has to make a decision whether or not, you know, it's worth it to not take ball in hand with the shot that he has now. He has to weigh the options.
I don't know. Given the score, I would take ball in hand.
Yeah. Well, especially, you know, now that Oscar didn't end up with the 10 points. He wound up with 5. So, yeah, if he were to take ball in hand and run out the rack, now you're looking at a 35-35 tie.
Yes, closing the fifth inning, and I mean you could keep doing 10 points, and Oscar with a dry break, you get ahead.
Yep, he decided to go the 4 rails. Ooh, wow.
Whoa, great shot.
That's what I call the friendly bumperoni.
Like when you hit it soft, but hard enough to see the ball.
Yeah.
That's the definition.
Yeah, that's a friendly bumperoni because you bumped it and it was friendly. But if it were Thorsten, Thorsten would say the friendly macaroni because he's into food now.
Oh. So the ball that is tied for the possible 10 ball combo is the 7, right? Or the 5.
Ooh. I don't think he wanted to go there. He might have to use his. Well, no, he can see that. He can definitely see that.
Yes, it's just a tough long shot, but I think he can see it. I mean, so I think the 5 is the ball that is tied to the 10 for the possible combo.
Mhm.
The 7 is upwards.
Yeah. No surprise there. This kid is so focused and shooting so well. It doesn't surprise me that he made that ball. So good under pressure. Both these guys are so good under pressure.
No, and as you said, Tony, they have great fundamentals, and I believe that in long shots, tough shots, your fundamentals are like 80% of the shot.
Mm-hmm. Great shot.
So he made the combo. He gets 15 points, right? Because he didn't take ball in hand.
No, he did not take ball in hand. He gets 15 points for that. So now he takes the lead. Now he takes the lead 40-35.
Yes. And both players have 5 innings. We're starting the 6th inning with Oscar because Oscar got the first break on the second set. Tyler got the first break of the first set. It's an alternate break format. We're playing 10 ball with 9 ball rules.
What I was asking you earlier, Luis, if there's a gentleman by the name of Joseph DeVito that's in the chat, that's my brother. He's like literally my brother. He's the best friend that I have, or one of the best friends that I have.
He's here. He commentated earlier in the match. I don't know who he was.
Yeah, he absolutely loves what you guys are doing, and he's been sharing it like crazy all over on Facebook. So, oh yeah, I can't thank him enough. He's like doing it every day. So I really appreciate what you're doing, Joe.
Well, now I know why we almost have 400 people watching us only on Facebook. So thank you.
Yeah, don't be surprised.
Thank you so much.
Between Joe sharing and Thorsten's secret recipes, we can't lose.
You know? For sure. I mean, our job is very easy with those 2 variables. I mean,
and how good did Oscar break those balls just now? I mean, both these guys, they're just breaking them like they're trying to go at each other's throat.
Like you said, they're enemies right now. So
yeah.
You have your weapons. You need to beat your enemy. He took ball in hand, right?
Yeah, and the good thing about it is that we're enemies on the table, but as soon as when we're in tournaments, after we finish a match, he says, "Where do you want to go for dinner?" Like nothing ever happened.
Do you want a drink? Yes, let's go to my place.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when Francisco and David Arcaide came to New York, they stayed at my house one time, and we used to go after every match. We used to go eat stuff, and Francisco became addicted to barbecue sauce. He wanted to bring a bottle to his to stay with him. Yeah. So I call him amazing. I call him Don Barbecue.
Don Barbecue. No, those guys are great and they love eating, especially Francisco. If you're hearing me, we know that you love to eat, and we know that you love your tennis, you love your pancakes, and now we know that you love barbecue.
Yeah.
Perfect shot. So the 4 passes, right? It passes between the 9 and the 10. I thought the 4 didn't go.
It looks that way. It's from here, it looks like it definitely goes. I don't think he would have played it that way. I think he would have wound up trying to get on the other side of the table if that weren't the case. See, I like that shot that he shot right there, as long as you're able to hit it thick enough, right?
Yes, because you need a specific tension line. If you get it I mean, if you get it too thin, the cue ball is going to travel more than you want, right?
Yep, that's correct. Remember, barely off the rail, so that way you have that angle. Remember I told you, Luis? That's
Yes.
how I like to shoot those
Yes.
shots.
I think it's very smart because the way you play and the way I've learned so far commentating this match with you is that you're always focused on getting comfortable on the shot. I mean, playing pool is tough, guys. So if you get close to the cushion and if you get above a ball, you're making it harder on yourself. So being aware and playing like Tony says, I mean, you're playing smart pool.
Tony, what's the score going to be after he makes a 10?
After he makes a 10, he has 45
10
and
points.
you have 40. 45 to 40, Oscar.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Yes. Correct. Two balls, right?
Yeah,
3
I
balls.
mean, yeah, he hit those so good, so good. I mean, it's unbelievable the amount of action that he gets on the rack. It's unbelievable. And he hits him so square and so hard that if the cue ball goes above the center of the table, and you know how sometimes if it has follow, it tries to take a dip and scratch in the
Yeah.
side.
Yes.
He hits it with so much force that the cue ball goes so much higher, so that when it does dip, it goes straight above the side pocket and goes into the rail, which is, I think, an advantage.
I think so too. So he doesn't need ball in hand. He has shot on the 1.
Yep.
Oh, people are asking, yes, if this is 10 ball with 9 ball rules, if you make the 10 either on the break or with a combo, you get 10 points if you took ball in hand, or 15 points if you didn't take ball in hand, or if you broke and made the 10. So yes.
So I'm wondering if he's a little straight here. It's hard to tell from where I'm at.
I think he
But
has
the
a
main
little bit
thing
of
is-
angle.
I absolutely love the speed that he hit that shot with.
Yes. It needed to be perfect that follow and get enough ball to pass the 5 and not hit it.
And spin too. He had to hit it with enough inside spin.
Yes, for sure.
It's looking good. It's looking good. We got quite a close match here.
I love that he asked the score before breaking, like saying, okay, I'm going to.
Yeah, it's great because, you know, I mean, it gives you, some people get, you know, pumped, you know, when they see, oh, you know, I have a chance to finish it off and get to the finish line, you know, let me focus even more. Sometimes you need that little incentive, but also, you know, he knew that he had to at least get 10 points, but if he got 15, it's less pressure on him because if Oscar happens to break and run the next rack without taking ball in hand, he has 60. So Tyler, Tyler has to do is break, make a ball, take ball in hand, and run 4 balls to go to the decider.
Yes. So possibly we have 15 points here because he didn't
gotta play
take
the
ball in
aggressor, bro.
hand.
Yep. So now Tyler has 55 points to Oscar's 45.
So Tyler has 55, right?
Mhm.
And Oscar
And
has
Oscar
45.
45.
We have 6 full innings, and we'll be starting the 7th inning with Oscar.
So now Tyler has 55 points to Oscar's 45.
He made
So I
2
believe he
balls.
has a shot on the 1. I believe he has a shot on the 1.
Yes, that's
Is that
the
is that
one
the 2
on
in the
the
bottom
right.
rail? Is that the 2 by the bottom rail, Luis?
Yes, yes. On the bottom rail, he has the 2, then the 10, then the 8. So
Okay. So he has this is a big decision here. This is a big decision. He has to come up with a shot and position and run out.
by the way he put his cue, I think he's thinking about hitting the 1 and getting a tension line to go between the 2 and the 10. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I can't really see the angle from here. Let me see if I go to a bigger image here.
It's tough because if he gets 15 points, he gets to 60. But if he gets 10 points, Tyler with 5 points wins the set.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's. I think that at this point, if it were me, I think I might have to go for it, Luis, because you know, it's risky because if he doesn't make the shot, I mean, if he makes the shot and doesn't get position, he has to kick it in, you know, and if he misses, he only gets a couple of points. And then all Tyler has to do is make a ball in the break, take ball in hand and run 4 balls, you know, run out 4 balls, you know?
So you need to go for it.
Yeah, I think over here you have to go for it. You need to go to for the 15.
So in Facebook, we have Rakesh, we have Nick, we have Vincent saying it's on. Oscar can ice it. Let's go, Oscar Dominguez. He has to go for it.
Mm-hmm.
So they agree. They agree with you, Tony.
Well, you know, let's say he takes ball in hand and runs 10, right? Then doesn't Tyler win the match because he goes second this set? Oscar doesn't get a chance to come back, right?
He would need Tyler to have a dry break. So
No, I know, but I'm saying if he just went for the 10, Oscar, and he brings it to 55-55, and Tyler breaks and makes a ball and runs 4, Oscar doesn't get another turn because Oscar broke first this match, correct?
Yes, there would be 7 full innings.
Yeah, that's why it's important for Oscar to go for this. Okay, so it's not ideal where he got, but he's going to have to make something happen here. I know he was hoping to not run into that ball, but unfortunately he did. It was a great shot on the 1 ball, fantastic shot on the 1 ball.
But I think that the bank on the 2 on the side pocket is not available, right? Because he has the 9 ball blocking the route.
No, I don't even know. I mean, I don't even know if it's possible for him to try to hit, you know, I don't even think he can hit the ball thin enough to hit off that 10 ball, you know, because if he can hit it off that ball and make it, that's a possibility. But I don't even know if he can cut it thin enough to hit the bottom of the 10 to make a carom shot. I'm not sure, unless he's looking to make the 10. Maybe he's looking to make the 10, and if he's looking to make the 10 and he makes it, he gets 15 points.
So thank you,
yeah.
Nick Hatch, for keeping score. You're right, man. Thank you so much for clearing that information out about the score on the chat room. Lars says, great commentary. Thank you so much.
I think he's going to go for the 10 here, Luis, because he knows if he makes it, this is one of those shots that is exciting to watch. If you're a spectator, but not if you're the person played against, you know, because you're saying, man, if he makes this, I got to make a ball in the break and make 5, you know.
No, for
Not
sure.
that Tyler
But
can't do it. I mean, that's probably a hanger for Tyler, but I'm just saying. But yeah,
but you think he's going? But he's going for a bank on 10, right?
I think he has to go for the 10 here because I don't see anything else. You know, I don't see a double bank on the 2. I don't see a single bank on the 2. I just don't see it. You know, and I don't think that from this angle, at least from where I'm looking at it, I don't think that he can hit the 2 to come off the 10. If he can, then that's a shot. If he cannot, then you have to play the 10. But and the good thing about the 10 is that you don't have to call it. So if he hits it 2 full and the 10 banks 1 rail and goes into the opposite pocket, he still gets the 15 points, correct?
Yes. So Tanes Prues says carom time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, Jim Rempe showed me years ago that when you're banking a ball, you're kicking a ball, to try to kick a ball into a pocket, you should always hit it hard just in case you miss a pocket or bank it, then it goes back and forth and it has a chance of either double or triple banking. You know, so if he does hit this shot and tries to make the carom, I think he needs to hit it hard so that if it doesn't go straight in, it looks like he might try the 2 off the 10. I think he's trying to figure out where the cue ball goes once it runs into the 8.
Yes.
So if he can make the 2 off the 10, then that's a shot because I think that's easier than the carom. The thing is that, you know, if he doesn't end up with perfect position, he's going to have to come up with another spectacular shot. Ooh, he hit it too thick. All right.
Yes.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He ends up with 3. So this is
3
Tyler's
points.
chance to tie it up 1 set apiece.
So Oscar has 48.
Yeah, Oscar has 48. And Tyler has 55. All Tyler needs to do is make a ball on the break, take ball in hand, unless he has something that's just not difficult at all, and just run 4 balls. I mean, Luis, you cannot hit the ball or the rack better than that. That is world class right there. I'll put it to you this way. There's no living human being, not even Shane Van Boening, can hit the break better than the way he just did right there. Under pressure when he needed to. On command when he needed to. That says a lot.
So he made 2 balls. He needs 3 balls to win the second set.
That's correct.
Because probably one thing is having a great break, but the other thing is, as you said, Tony, like doing it on command. When you need it, do that break, make it happen. I mean, that's what separates professional players, elite players versus other type of players.
Yeah, I agree 100% because it proves how bad you want it. You know, it proves that, you know, all the hard work that you've been putting into it is you're starting to reap the rewards, because it's like I said, you know, the difference between a very good player and a great player is a very good player will practice a shot or a break until they get it right, but a great player will practice a shot until they never get it wrong. You know, and again, that's what, like you said, that's what separates the men from the boys.
I think he got a little bit straighter on the 4 than he wanted. And that's probably why he's taking his time to get position on the 5.
Yeah, because he still needs 2 more. Just the 4 and the 5. He's probably, he probably considered taking that. And you know, if by some crazy chance he doesn't end up getting the 2 and Oscar comes up and he runs a 15, at least Tyler still gets a chance to come back and tie it simply because, as I said earlier, Oscar started the set by breaking. So he broke first.
Yes. So we have Matt Hall. Let's go, Tyler.
Awesome. It's so great to see both players getting a lot of support. It's so awesome. I kind of like that shot better, what Tyler did there. And I think a lot of people overlook the differences between this and ending up straight. A lot of times when you end up straight, a lot of times a player will hold back in their stroke and end up missing the ball because they're trying to make sure they don't hit it head on and possibly scratch in the corner. Where here, he just left himself enough of an angle where all he has to do is focus on making the ball and not have any worry whatsoever about scratching.
Okay.
So it eliminates one possibility or one distraction. That was a hell of a shot there. Hell of a shot. But see, like I said, he didn't even come close to the corner. All right, great shooting, guys.
He gets 5 points. He wins the second set. We're tied 1 set each. We're going to a third set, guys. So the first set, Tyler broke. The second, Oscar broke. Now Tyler starts the third set because we have an alternate break format. We're playing 10 ball with 9 ball rules.
That's it. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back, buddy.
Okay. So let's see, guys, Tyler's break. Thank you so much. We have almost 400 viewers on Facebook. Let's go, Oscar, Chris Negrin. You got this, Tyler. Shana STYER, Joey Juarez, both great players. Thank you so much. So it's Tyler's break. We're starting the third set, guys. We're tied, 1 set each. Made 1 ball. I think he has a shot on the 1. I think he's a little bit straight on the 1, but he can get position on the 2. Love the format, John Daniels. Thank you so much. What a match, Ni. Yes. Greetings from Greece, Atamatis Pool. How are you, my friend? So guys, what do you think about the patterns on the table? What do you think Tyler's gonna do? I wanna read you. Give me your comments, like, share. So he made the 1. I think he has a perfect line for the 2. If he plays a long stop shot, he gets position on the 3. He needs to get a little bit of angle. That's why he's standing over there to get a shot on the 4, either on the side pocket or on the top right corner pocket. Yes, Nick, right? You're right on, my brother. Thank you, Kenny. We're doing this for you. Remember, guys, this is a Predator event. We're playing the 1 pool challenge. We have 32 of the best players in the world. This is the second round. This is supposed to be fun, guys. So enjoy it. So I think he has great position on the 3. He has a little bit of angle to possibly make the 4 either on the side pocket, on the top right corner pocket. So a perfect draw. He gets position for the 4 in the side pocket. And now he has a pattern on the table of a lot of stop shots. So he has a stop shot on the 4, a stop shot on the 5, a stop shot with a little bit of angle on the 6, then the 7 on the side pocket, then go up for the 9, and then come down either 1 or 2 rails for the 10 below. Thank you, Team Kovac. Great match, guys. Great commentary. Good luck. Thank you so much, Tim. We almost have 350 people watching us on Facebook, so thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for the love. I mean, we have a great team. We have a lot of people. Yes. How are you, Tony?
All right. Good, good. So what did I miss here?
So Tyler broke. He didn't take ball in hand. He had a shot on the 1. He made a great shot on the 1 and on the 2. Then after the 3, he's playing like a little bit of a stop shot game. I mean, he made the 4 stop shot. He's playing now the 6 stop shot. Then the 7. I mean, he has a perfect pattern to run out.
Nice.
But it was a great break. He didn't take ball in hand. I mean, it's been perfect. And he's taking his time. He's playing a little bit slower than usual. He's making sure he's winning the set.
That's how you do it, right?
Yes. So see another stop shot, and now he has either the option of going 1 rail or 2 rails low. So if I've learned something from you, Tony, you would go 2 rails, right?
Yes, I will go 2 rails because once I hit that second rail, I'm going right towards the 10 ball. Whereas if you go 1 rail and you underhit it or overhit it, you can go either short or long past it. That way, if you come off the second rail, the speed doesn't matter as much. See? Like these guys are so used to this speed that they have it down pat. But for the players out there that are learning it, they got to understand they work extremely hard to be able to hit that ball and go 1 rail and stop exactly where he stopped. So you could tell he's mastered that speed, which is what the elite players do. But for people when they're learning in the beginning, you should try to learn both. Going to 1 rail, because if you eventually have a ball on the long rail, you know, you can go ahead and go 1 rail. But if you want to play the percentages, going to the second rail is actually better.
Yes. So now Oscar breaks. Tyler got 15 points because he didn't take ball in hand. We're starting the 3rd set. Now it's Oscar's turn. Robert Johnson says, cheers from Ontario, Canada. How are you, Robert?
How's it going, Robert? Thank you for tuning in.
Oscar breaks. Tyler got 15 points because he didn't take ball in hand. Starting the 3rd set. Balls, 3 balls. I think this was a soft break, right? Or what do you think? It was a hard break or a soft break?
I actually missed that one because I was looking at someone asking a question about what does the 2 mean in the box.
Okay, so I think he made like a mix between a hard break and a soft break. It wasn't like a hard break. And he made the balls on the setter like when you do the soft break. The cue ball doesn't jump when it hits the 1, and 2 balls go to the side pockets. So I think it was like a mix.
Yeah, I agree. I just saw that. I just saw it. I just saw it because I'm delayed over here. On my computer, that is. So I just saw it.
Yeah.
Someone was asking, what does the 2 that's located in between the 2 number 1s inside the black box mean?
you need to win 2 sets, guys, to win the match. Each set is up to 60 points. So each of the players have 1 set, and the one that wins this 3rd set wins the match.
Gotcha. Okay, there you go,
So
Frank P. That answers your question.
Yes, so now we have here in the house Karim from Predator. Great matchup between 2 fantastic players. Yes, Karim is here.
Karim is in Puerto Rico now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's where he's living.
Whoa, great.
So Karim, since we have you here, I'm pretty sure, Karim, that you're pretty proud of all the players and the performances they put up, but more importantly, all the hard work that you and your team, the Predator group, put, the effort that they put into making all this happen, along with one pool. So we thank you very much for your support always. He supported our tour, the Predator Pro-Am Tour, which I've run for 12 years so far here in the New York area. So they've been with us since day one, and they never gave us any indication that they wanted to stop. So it's been some amazing support from the Predator group. So I thank you really from the bottom of my heart for all that you've done for us.
No, and I believe that it's like the saying in the tough times where you see who are your biggest supporters, because when things are okay, it's easier to support a tournament like this, but it's tough times in the world. So we have COVID, we haven't had tournaments in a lot of months, and now we have a great event and a great sponsor. So thank you so much. So he has perfect shape.
Yeah, I don't see him having any problems here, especially with the 9 ball right in front of the side pocket. All he has to do is just get on the 8, shoot a stop shot, then just roll the cue ball a bit, and he's set.
Did he take ball in hand?
That's what I was going to ask you just now.
Okay. I think he didn't take ball in hand. I have it here on my notepad. So Oscar, 10 points, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 10 points for Oscar. He took ball in hand. We're 15-10. First inning, we're starting the second inning. Tyler breaks. So let's see Tyler's monster break. Thank you, Nick. Thank you for explaining the fans how this new format works. Great format, great match. David Wagner. Thank you so much, buddy.
Wow, that cue ball got kicked like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah. So you know, break Tyler, he gets
incredible. That's why no one breaks better than Shane Van Boning, and I think this kid comes the closest to anyone. But because it's very rare you'll see him miss hit the 1 ball.
Yes. So probably the difference is that Tyler makes 1, 2, or 3 balls because he hits the 1 so well that he still makes balls most of the time.
My turn, right? You broke track.
That's correct.
Yes. Yes.
I just don't want to break prematurely.
So we have Dominic Dune. Let's go, Oscar. So Oscar here is hearing us. So I'm giving your cheer just before the break, Dominic.
That's awesome. So do you happen to know what the schedule is for tomorrow, Luis?
Let me check. I don't know it, but let me check. I think we have at 5 p.m. Europe time, that's 11 a.m. Eastern time. We have Jeffrey De Luna against Jason Shaw.
Jeffrey De Luna against Jason Shaw?
Yes, 11 a.m. Eastern time.
Eastern
So
time.
try break by Oscar at the second inning.
Because I know I'm supposed to be doing commentary on another match tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. So I don't know if it's that one. I would guess it has to be that one then.
I think that it's that one. I think we're gonna comment that match together also. Jeffrey De Luna against Jason Shaw.
Yeah, that would be great. Looking forward to it. I'm really enjoying the commentary with you. It's been a blast. It's been fantastic.
Thank you. For me, it's an honor, Tony. I mean, you're obviously famous. I mean, and for me, it's an honor. And I think that match is gonna be very easy to comment because De Luna and Shaw love to play and comment their own play. So we're gonna be watching, they're gonna be commentating.
Wow, look how good Tyler hit that one. And look, nothing, right? Did he make something?
Yeah, I heard a ball falling. So 1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
All right,
8.
for a second there, I couldn't tell if he made a ball on the break. So,
Yes.
so is that ball in the top rail tied up?
I think so. I think he has the 2 and the 8 on the top cushion.
Yeah, so this is one of those tricky shots where, you have to run into the ball the correct way to end up with a shot. See, so if you have like the 8 and the 2 at like a 45-degree angle, and you can shoot the 1 and come off the rail, the 8 will come away from the 2 and the 2 will be sent towards the top rail and stay there. So all he has to do is come off the rail and hit half of the 8, but not so full that it's going to barely move the 2, because if you barely move the 2, the cue ball might end up frozen in the 2 ball. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, perfectly.
I probably shot this shot a million times playing straight pool throughout the years.
Really?
Yeah. Because this comes up a lot in straight pool. You have 2 balls tied up in the bottom rail like that. But when I'm playing straight pool, I like to run into balls if I have an insurance shot,
Okay.
See, boom, right? Like I said, if he hits the 8 ball too thick, the 2 isn't going to move that much. That's why he needed to hit about half of the 8 ball. So that way it'll give the 2 ball more movement. You follow? So
yes,
he's just going to have to hit this hard and hope he makes something.
Yes, he hit the 8 to frontal. I mean, he got the whole 8 and he didn't move the 2. No, so now he's tied up.
He might have to kick this in, man.
In the third set.
Yeah. Because he doesn't even really have a bank.
Starline, one of our sponsors, says, Tony, tomorrow, Kachi versus Grave, Al-Qaeda versus Ocean, De Luna versus Shaw, and Kazakis versus Gialurakis. Whoa.
Gialurakis. Wow. Those are great matches.
Gialurakis. Yes.
Yeah.
Top player.
Yeah,
Thank you so much,
that's
Starline.
Damianos. Damianos. That's a buddy of mine, Damianos, from Greece.
Ah, that's Damianos. I didn't know his last name. So great.
Gialurakis, yeah. Every time I see Damianos, I say his name like he's Italian and he's loving it. He said, Damiano. And he starts laughing. He loves it. Every time I see him, I say, Damiano, what are you doing here, Damiano?
So, Tony, as we were talking about Damiano just joined us in Facebook. Hi, Damiano. We were talking about you. We love your last name.
So Italian. Damiano.
Gialurakis.
Damiano. He knows I'm the only one that calls him that, so he knows it's me.
For sure.
I wonder if he's thinking of kicking it one rail that way.
Probably. I thought he was closer to the 2.
Tricky shot, tricky shot.
Oh, 2 points, right?
I didn't get a chance to count the balls after he missed the kick. Tyler,
Yes.
how many did you make there?
2 balls, right?
Tyler, how many did you
Tyler.
make there, buddy?
I made 1 on the break and then I made the 1.
Okay,
Yes. 2 balls.
thank you.
Thank you so much. So 17-10. It's Oscar's turn to close the 3rd inning. Oh, almost scratched.
So the score is 17-10, right?
Yes. And this is Oscar is closing the 3rd inning.
Okay.
So he took ball in hand. Yes, Chitan, thank you. 2 points. Go, Oscar. Federico Puente, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Jalal Al-Sarisi says, I like you guys. Comment, LOL. Thank you so much, Jalal. It means a lot.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We appreciate each and every single one of you. We appreciate all your support. And we hope that you continue to support us while we have every intention of growing this format as we continue to go through these tough times that everyone's going through throughout the world.
No, you're good.
Hopefully, this will bring some happiness to a bunch of you.
Thanks, bud. All right, no problem. I'll see you.
So he has a perfect angle for a 2, right?
Yeah, did he take ball in hand?
Yes. He took
Yeah.
ball in hand.
Okay, so we're playing for 10 points here. Okay. Yeah, he did get a great angle on the 2. He hit that pretty good. Because it's a little tight there. He still has to hit this good, you know? And that's what I like about how he wound up with the angle that he did, because the closer you are to the ball, the easier it is to hit it more accurately when you have like a little space to pocket the ball. Little room, you know?
Okay. Yes. We have David Alcaide in the house. How are you, David? Watching from Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada. Neil Soloway, how are you?
Neil Soloway, how are you, Niels? And David, dímelo, David. Dímelo con música, no con coraje, por favor, Dios.
I love that.
I want to know if
So where
David,
do you think he's gonna make the 8?
what's up?
Where do you think he's gonna try and make the 8? I mean, after the 4, he gets shape on the 5. He's gonna make the 8 on the side, right side pocket.
Yeah, I think he has no choice but to make it there. Yeah, because I mean, once he gets rid of the 5, obviously he opens it up, but he has to be very careful
Yes.
because, you know, he has the 10 ball to contend with, you know?
Yes. Yes, Tony Robles is commentating, guys. The one and only.
Tony, the one and only. Or Tony Manzana instead of Tony Mantana, right? I think he got good on the 5 ball there. I think he got perfect there.
Yes, I think he needs to get on the good side on the 8 so that he can go.
Yeah, he's good. He's good there.
We have Raymond Alfaro Jr. Saludos, brother Luis, watching from Gainesville, Virginia. How are you, Raymond? Thank you
that's
so
great.
much. Yes.
Thanks for tuning in, Raymond.
Oh, great shot, right?
Yeah, he hit that. He hit that great. See, we thought he had to shoot the 8 ball next. It wasn't the 8 ball. It was actually the other ball.
Okay, yes. You're right.
But he hit it. He hit it great. He hit it great. He got great position there.
Oscar's playing great.
Yeah.
I mean, you can hear it in his stroke. It's like right on point.
Yep.
Perfect speed.
Yeah, he's like dead straight.
Yeah. So 10 points. That's the end of the third inning. We go into a fourth. Tyler breaks. Oscar has 20 points. Tyler has 17 points.
Oh, he made one.
Yes. He made 2 balls, I think.
Oh, he did. Yeah, that's good. So
he has 1 ball tied to the left side pocket with the 6. I think it's the 9, probably.
yeah, I think that goes in.
Yes.
I'm just trying to figure out if he has a shot without having to take ball in hand. I can't tell. Is that the one on top by the top rail?
I think so.
Yeah.
So he hasn't taken ball in hand, right?
Yeah, he's going to go for the 15 because he's already behind by 5. So, you know, and look, I mean, I don't blame him. I would take the shot too. If as long as the one has access to that corner pocket and I don't have to really worry about, you know, going for a half pocket, I think that's definitely a good move.
Great position. So here it is, Tony. Javier Alexis says, these are great matches, and with this format, I can learn more and have a better vision of the game. How about that?
I think that's great. I think it's always great to hear someone comment that that they're able to learn from watching a match, especially if it's a new format that they've never seen before. I think, you know, I've been saying it for years, you know, especially amateur players, the amateurs are the future of our sport. So the more people end up watching, the better it is for the sport as a whole, but more importantly, especially if they're learning something. And you know, it's like, that's what we're here for. You know, if you have any questions, you know, obviously we're doing commentary, but we'll try our best to answer any questions you may have as well. That's what we're here for. We're more than happy to do it. Nice little draw there. He hit that great.
Yeah.
He hit that with really, really nice speed.
Beautiful. So Miguel Angel says, I want Tyler's break. Just one like that. Me too, Miguel. Me too.
Miguel Angel, anyone on planet Earth can get a break like that if they really want to. The only difference is that I need you to understand that Tyler practices only his break for 3 hours before this match started. So you have to really put in a lot of time.
You need to put the work in. I mean, when I've been interviewing the best players in the world, they always say the same. It doesn't matter how talented you are, you need to put the hours in. I mean, the best players in the world need to be hard workers.
Yeah. Yep. Yep, so it looks like he's gonna play the 6 ball either in the same side pocket. I can't tell from here. I would imagine he is. Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like he's doing. And it just stops it there. It should just feel it just right, stops there. Right there, yep. That's perfect. See now, again, this is that shot again. Luis, I would hit the come off the top rail, just enough speed to come off the top rail. That way I don't have to worry about getting too straight on the 7. But then when I shoot the 7, I will go 2 rails towards the 10 ball.
Again, avoiding to get too close to the cushion, right? To get a comfortable position.
Yep.
So guys, I'm also learning. So as you have seen, I've been asking a lot of questions to Tony because I want to learn also. So as you can see, he has a very clear vision of the game in terms of percentages, scenarios, and giving yourself a good shot, not being above a ball, not being too close to the cushion. I think that's smart move.
And like I said, he elected to go 1 rail there, but you have to remember, he's already mastered that 1 rail speed. So you can have someone like Tyler, every time he shoots that 7 ball, he will 100% of the time go 1 rail, where you could have someone like Thorsten, he'll always go 2 rails because one player sometimes prefer one over the other, but it's still very important to make sure that you have both shots in your arsenal. So that way, if one day you're playing a match where you have 1 rail being blocked by a ball and you have to go 1 rail, you still feel very comfortable with it.
For sure. So Tyler got 15 points because he didn't take ball in hand. And now it's Oscar's turn to close the 4th inning of the 3rd set.
So yeah, it's interesting. He's up by 12 points, 32-20.
Yes.
So he's a little over halfway there. We still have a lot of pool left.
Is this a dry break? Yes.
Yep, it is.
So 0 points for Oscar. We're going to the 5th inning. It's Tyler's break. So 32-20.
Now remember what I was telling you earlier, Luis, when you do something, you do what you're supposed to do on command.
Okay.
Remember when he broke on command, he broke.
Yes.
I can tell he smells blood. So let's see how he hits this break, right?
Okay.
You could see the look on his face when he saw how Oscar came up dry. You could see the look in his eyes when he looked back that he smells blood.
Okay. Okay.
See, look how he hit it. Stop the cue ball dead center like you did last set. Remember I told you?
He made it. Yes. And he made a ball.
I just think he's upset because I don't think the 3 ball has access to that corner pocket.
No, I think it doesn't go. The 3 doesn't go there. It has the 9 blocking it.
But I mean, listen, I know it's very tricky, Luis, but it is possible for him to go 4 rails. And in between the 3 and the cushion, he will have to go between that. You see that? That's what he's looking at. 4 rails, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And what I always tell people when they're shooting this shot, try not to hit it too hard. So just in case you happen to run into the 3, it has a chance of stopping in the rail to the point where it still has access to go past the 9. Because if you hit it too hard and you run into it, the 3 might come off the cushion and then stop closing on the 9 or close to it. And you don't want to do that. The key here is to hit it with enough spin to make sure you get past the ball by the side pocket. You don't want to hit it with enough spin to where you're going to risk running into it. Right?
Oh, he hit the 6. Yes.
He got it though. He got it. He got away with it. He got away with it. But again, I think the reason why he got away with it is because of the speed he hit it with.
Yes. That's the key, right? To play a shot with the speed that allows you to have like the perfect shot that you have in your mind, but also having like a second option in
That's
case
correct.
things don't go the way you think it.
And it's like I said, you know, as soon as he saw Oscar come up dry in the last break, you could see the way he looked at the monitor. You could see it in his eyes. He smelled blood.
Yeah,
And look how
for
great he
sure.
hit the break.
It's amazing. Adam Stickles says, Tony, what's up? I grew up watching you and Frankie at Juliet's and everywhere else playing. Favorite players?
Wow, Adam, it's so great to hear from you, buddy, man. Let me tell you, I had a lot of great memories in Julian's. You know, there used to be this very famous nightclub back in the 70s and 80s, I believe. I think it was more the 70s, called the Palladium. And it was a legendary nightclub in New York. And Julian's Billiards was right above it on the second floor. And that was actually the very first pool hall that I ever went to in New York City and gambled for the first time in my life.
Whoa. That's a great story. We have Francisco Sanchez Ruiz in the house. We were
Don
talking
Barbecue.
great about you. Don Barbecue Francisco's here.
Don
Mr.
Barbecue.
Pancake, how are you?
Mr. Denny's, Mr. Denny's.
Mr. Dennis. I mean, he's the best food partner. I mean, if you're playing a tour, being with them is great because they always are hungry. I mean, do you want to eat? Yes. Do you want to eat? Of course.
Yeah, when I took him and David to the barbecue place with Ralph, I thought he was gonna drink the bottle of barbecue.
Like a shot.
Yeah.
That's so funny. No, they're great guys. I mean, we had
Yeah,
a
they
blast.
really are. So yeah, like I said, he's smelling blood, man. He knows this 15-point swing could make the difference between winning and losing this set. And this is a huge advantage right here. It's very, very important rack.
For sure. And remember, guys, he's going for 15 points because he didn't take ball in hand. So
yeah, he goes from 32 to 47 to 20. That's a big jump.
So he got a little close to the cushion, but I think he's okay.
I mean, as long as he doesn't have to worry about scratching, I don't think he has a scratch angle here at all. So I think he's in good shape here.
Fernando Betancourt says, saludos.
Hey, what's up, Fernando? I think Fernando's from New Jersey. Or New Jersey. Oh, look at this. I definitely think he's going to make this because he's really taking his time, and he didn't let the fact that he got out of line a bit get to him. You could see it in his eyes. He's just focused on running the table. Yep. So now the score is 47 to 20 in favor of Tyler. So Tyler's 13 points away from victory. Oscar's gonna need to come up with a couple of breaking runs here, hopefully without taking ball in hand. He's definitely got the ability to do it. And hope that Tyler get a dry break. What a break that was! Wow, look at that. Oh, for a moment, I thought he made 4 balls on the break. Wow, that was an awesome break. So he made what, 3 there, right? Yep, he made 3 balls on the break there. Very nice shot.
Tony, can I ask what the score is?
Right now, you are leading 47-20.
Okay. Did he take ball in hand this rack? I didn't see him break.
He did not.
Okay.
So I think he might have gotten a little straighter here than what he wanted to, but I think he's okay. I think he's just gonna have to shoot a stop shot and take a slightly tougher cut on the 8-ball.
Back.
Very nice shot. Very nice run out. So
So
Luis is back, and
Yes.
Oscar did an incredible break. He did not take ball in hand, so he's going for 15 points here.
Tyler got the 15 points earlier.
Yes, he did.
Okay. Thank you.
Remember I told you that he could smell the blood, and he's probably going to break him dead
Yes.
perfect, and that's what Tyler did. So that's how he got the 15.
Perfect.
So now the score is 47-35 in favor of Tyler. So Tyler is, if he gets 10, he'll end up with 57, 3 points away from victory. If he ends up with the 15, that puts him on 60, but then Oscar, I don't think Oscar can come back from there anyway. So if he breaks and
No,
doesn't take
he
ball in
will
hand, right?
won. Yes.
What was that?
If he goes with 15 points, he wins.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That Oscar won't get a
Can't
chance
get-
because he can't come back anyway. Right?
Yes.
So he
So
has
he
to
takes
take ball in
ball
hand
in
here. Yeah.
I think that's smart. I mean, it's better to ensure the 10 points and be very close to win and have the pressure on Oscar than trying a crazy shot for 15 points.
Yeah.
And Tony, have you trained people from Latin America, Latin American players?
Yes.
Luis, I'm not sure if you can hear me, buddy, but you were breaking up there.
Obviously, you can't win right now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
It broke
What were you
first.
saying?
This is
Hello?
rank number 6.
Have you trained
Have
Latin
it.
American players?
I'm sorry, Luis, you started breaking up again, so I couldn't hear you. Maybe if you can move somewhere, I don't know.
Can you hear me? I'm moving.
You're still breaking up, buddy.
Can you hear me?
Mm-mm.
Let me know when you can hear me.
Now I can.
Okay, let me move.
That was a very nice shot.
Now you can?
Yes. perfectly. Yeah, Tyler just hit a nice shot on the 3 to get absolute perfect position on the 4.
10 points.
Luis, are you there? Okay, so this is a tricky shot right here. I think he wound up with a little more angle than what he wanted to, so I'm not sure if he's trying to hold the cue ball there, if he's able to hold the cue ball there, if he's trying to go in between the 9 and the side pocket and then come back out. Maybe even between, yeah. Yeah, he hit it great. Went right between the 9 and the side pocket. You can't hit any better than that. What a great shot that was. I mean, it's pretty much 3 stop shots in a row, or just stop, and roll down a bit. All right, so Tyler runs that rack to take the lead 57 to 35. 57 to 35. And Tyler only needs 3 more points to win the match, the deciding set. As each player won 1 set apiece, this is a final and deciding set. Another great break by Oscar. Unfortunately, he's going to have to take ball in hand. So he made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He made 2 balls on the break there.
What's the score? 57.
57 to 35, Oscar.
So no matter what, I need 2 innings, so it doesn't matter how I do it.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Yep. It's a tricky shot to play position on. You have to hit it with just the right amount of spin. So you try to go with the inside spin there and try to reverse it off the second rail. Came a little short. Probably he needed a slightly fuller hit so that this inside spin can grab better. Definitely gonna have to go for the bank here, I think. Okay. Ooh, wow, he went for the billiard and came short. Wow. He went for two of them there. So you wound up with four, right, bro?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Four. All right. So you had 39, 57 to 39. That was Tyler's break. 57 to 39. Okay, so now we have Tyler breaking for the win. All he needs is 3 balls. So basically all he needs to do is just make a ball in the break. Probably take ball in hand and pocket 2 balls. Yeah. I think that's it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He just needs 1 ball. All right, good shooting, Tyler. Good shooting, Oscar. That was wow, that was an awesome match, guys. Can you hear me, Oscar?
Yes, yes, thank you.
So tell me, what do you feel about the experience of this format?
It's great. I mean, I enjoy playing. I mean, it's not the same, obviously, playing because under this format, obviously it's a little unique. But I mean, it's a great alternative. It's better than not playing. I mean, I miss playing. I really do miss. Huh? Oh, they keep calling me. I'm popular. All right, we're there.
Yeah, we're back.
All right,
Yeah, so go
sorry.
ahead. So you're saying what was
Yeah, I mean,
different about the format?
Yeah, it's a different structure, different format, obviously, than what we're used to. But I mean, I enjoy playing pool. I really do miss it, and but you know, it's fun to come out and play pool with the guys, even though they're not physically here. You know, Tyler's such a great
Yeah.
player. I mean, he's the future of American pool, and you know, it's just it's nice to kind of get your feet wet again.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed the format because everyone worked pretty hard. You know, I know it's a little different when you're not able to play defense, but you know, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it's, you know, we come up with all this stuff, you know, we'll figure out other ways, you know. But thank you so
Yeah, I
much,
mean,
Oscar, for
it's
taking the time
fun.
to play.
It's still,
Thank
but
you for
anyways,
taking the
thanks.
time to play, Oscar. I really appreciate it. We really appreciate
Absolutely.
it, and give our best to the 2 bosses.
Yes, thank you. Likewise, same to yours.
Yeah, thanks, man. We appreciate you very much, bro. Take care, brother.
Absolutely,
And
thank you.
back to Tyler. So Tyler, how'd you feel that match, buddy? Tyler, I can't hear you. We're on mute, buddy.
How about now?
All right, perfect.
Sorry about
So
that.
how'd you feel?
Yeah, the format's really weird. You feel like you're losing the entire set, kind of like you feel like every time you make a mistake, you're done for. So it's like it's pretty neat because you know all these guys can just break and run 4 at any time. So you just feel like it's on the entire time. But yeah, I really enjoy it. It's definitely a different format. Puts us in a different
It
spot.
puts pressure on you. You know, a little pressure, but a good pressure, not a bad pressure.
Right.
There were a couple of times in the match, in the second set and the third set, where I told Luis and I said, you know, I think that Tyler smells blood. I think watch, he's that player where when he feels like he's at the finish line, he and not that Oscar isn't, but it's just, you know, the balls roll differently sometimes you break, but you just went and smashed the rack and stopped the cue ball dead center both times that you
Yeah,
needed to do it. And I think that made a difference.
I got kind of lucky. I didn't make the 2 balls on the side twice. I missed those and I made the 4 railer. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's there's a lot that can go into it. Those two balls can get kicked at any time. So making the 4 railers was a huge jelly roll for me a little bit there. So sorry to that, Oscar. But
Okay.
yeah, it's just it's a great format. Puts a lot of heat on the players, and it's just, I think it's enjoyable for the spectators to watch, especially once they really catch on to how the scoring works. They'll be able to follow it a little bit better, because it seems like a lot of people are still asking questions.
Yeah,
So,
well, everyone enjoyed it. Both of you players had plenty of support with people in the live chat. So you had plenty of support there. What was that?
They have a lot of support. They have
Yeah.
a lot of fans.
Yeah, that was great. And we enjoyed doing this match. We wish you the best of luck in the next round. Oscar, thank you again for playing. Tyler, great playing, buddy. Good luck in the next round. And thank you to everyone for tuning in. Luis, it was a pleasure, absolute pleasure. I look forward to doing it again tomorrow. And again, want to
Thank
thank
you so much.
Predator and OnePool for putting all this together. We appreciate you all. And thank you for taking the time to do this. Enjoy.
Yeah, thanks for having us, guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so